I'm Larry Crippen. Hello, welcome to another edition of Around Town. Welcome aboard to an interesting program. We're going to talk to the director, the executive director of the Good Shepherd Mission, Reverend Dave Smith, who we've talked to many times. Welcome to the program, Reverend Dave.
Good morning, Larry.
Well, I guess we should announce to people, if they don't already know, that you will soon be retiring.
Yeah, after being here for over 30 years, I came in March of 1994. March of 1994 is when I came. So 30 years is enough.
Well, take us through some of the history, with your beginning of the Good Shepherd Mission.
Sure. When I first got here, I turned the job down once, and then 6 months later it was back open, and it felt like God was pushing me and forcing me to come to Huntsville to do this. So we complied and came on down. The mission had just the main building and the buildings behind it, and then we opened up the thrift store that had been built, the newer one, and then we had finally talked the city into paving this 10th Street there that was our parking lot, and the city manager figured it out, and there was some improvements, and so he got that worked in. We were part of getting technology into the community. I was on the Y2K committee to keep the world from falling apart.
I remember that.
So we've added a family building and a boardroom and 2 counseling offices, and we've got expansion of we improved the dorms and all that, and then renovations all over kitchen and that. We increased the services quite a bit, opened up the food bank to every day, Monday through Friday. And so it's changed a lot. Of course, technology, certainly it's come on. We were one of the first ones to have internet because I had college students as on staff in the 90s. We had, of course, we went through the pandemic and very, very active and involved with keeping our community, our county, and in some of the people next door, to the county, keeping them all fed and going. So it's been a lot. Larry.
And you've done a great job. But what about your successor? Are you interviewing people right now?
Yeah, that's between the board and God. And there's been some good candidates, and it sounds very promising. I think the right person will come along, but I'll help work with them and make sure they get familiar with the community even better from the leadership point of being a community leader from the Good Shepherd Mission.
And Dave, I know high food costs have, hit a lot of people. That's why they're coming out to your place for food. But also, there's been some issues with flooding.
Right. The enormous amount of rain we've had. We've had over 2 feet of rain in most of Walker County and in the area. So there are flooding. I have friends with flood victims in their house, and people, with a really nice house. There's some that live in the country that, even though they were on stilts or higher up, near the river, they got flooded. But we've had Houston Food Bank brought us some emergency supplies, so we're helping with that. It's food, non-perishable foods and water. And then also, I would like everybody to hear this, that, Office of Emergency Management, Butch Davis's staff, Sonia, and everybody, they're doing very good at working with the commissioners. But everybody that has been affected by the flooding needs to call them so that FEMA can help get resources. Because if you don't contact them, FEMA's not going to contact you. So you need everybody that has water in their home, whether you're a renter or you own your own home and you're living in it, you can get help from FEMA because it's a disaster area. So it's very important everybody to get that in, because they're just not having that many people come in, just like we only had 12 families come in for our emergency boxes. So we need everybody in this county to get after it and talk to the Walker County Emergency Management, or if you're in another county, call your county Office of Emergency Management so that FEMA can get you enrolled. Is very important. It's not the federal government going to be in your lives, forever. This is serious stuff.
And you provide shelter for people who need it. How many people is the Good Mission sheltering right now, and what kind of accommodations do you provide?
Yeah, we have a women's dorm, men's dorm. We have a single mom room. We have 3 family rooms. And right now all the family rooms are taken, the single mom taken, and we have got 3 special needs children and about 5 special needs adults. And that's besides the ones that with severe mental health that come through that are still functional. So we have 61 beds total, but that also includes the night shelter staff. So there's about 55 beds available to the public and with the right situation. And we get about 25% of the people come from Harris County, about 20% from Montgomery County, and the rest are spread out, plus Walker County.
And, of course, you've still got the daily meal program going. Tell us about that.
Right. Anybody can walk in at noon or at 1 o'clock on Sundays, and then 6 o'clock every evening. We serve hot meal or sometimes sandwiches and salad, but we're available for that to get food so that no one has a reason to go hungry in our area, our community. Well,
Reverend Dave Smith, Executive Director of the Good Shepherd Mission, thanks for being our guest.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Huntsville and Walker County, and y'all dry out.